What Jamie Dimon didn't tell you was at that same time when he was calling Bitcoin a fraud to keep the price down, him and his buddies via different companies and corporations were buying cryptocurrencies.
This is the Kevin Trudeau Show.
I am exposing the corruption in government and in major multinational corporations. We're telling you the things that they don't want you to know that will make your life better.
Kevin was right, file. This is a positive one. This is good. Okay, Kevin was right, file. It says if you invested $1,000 in Bitcoin when Jamie Dimon, you know Jamie Dimon is, he's JP Morgan Chase, I believe. He's the big chairman there. So he's like a genius. The guy's a genius when it comes to finances. It says if you invested $1,000 in Bitcoin when Jamie Dimon said he would fire employees in a second if they bought Bitcoin, here's how much you'd have today. So Jamie Dimon said that Bitcoin was a fraud, and if any of his employees were to buy any Bitcoin, they're so stupid that he would fire them in a minute. Well, when he made that statement, if you put $1,000 into Bitcoin, today you'd have $14,547.40. Who's the fool? What Jamie Dimon didn't tell you was at that same time when he was calling Bitcoin a fraud to keep the price down, him and his buddies via different companies and corporations were buying cryptocurrencies. This is a great article because I said, and I also said gold. There was a clip that we ran on a previous show when I was on the Alex Jones show, and I was talking about gold. And gold's at an all-time high. I am a psychic. I told you what was going to happen with gold. I told you what was going to happen with Bitcoin. I'm telling you now what's going to happen in other cryptocurrencies, the altcoins. Bitcoin and Ethereum are not where you're going to make huge money. It's in the altcoins. The alternative coins are going to go up 400%. Look, only about 5% of these coins are going to do anything. 95% of them, you'll lose all your money. But if you're invested with somebody that knows what they're doing, then potentially you could be making 1,000 or 2,000% return on your investment over a period of time. I mean, you could lose your money too, but look, I was right again. $1,000 becomes $14,547 in a relatively short period of time. Same thing when I told you about gold. I think you tripled your money. I think it's triple or times three, at least three. I think 3 times you would have made 3 times on your money if you invested in gold when I said, based on the price today. That's like a home run. By the way, if you want information on investing in crypto, send me an email and I'll send you the link. Do you have an email for the crypto, Trey?
We have it. I have to find it.
Okay, so find this email because people always ask me. And if you do want...
It's also in the description of the stream.
Okay, with the crypto, the
Yes.
email?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, but if you can find it, then put it up. And then I'll talk about it again because people always ask me, I don't know how to trade crypto. What can I do with crypto? I go, look, you can either get a newsletter from a guy that I know and trust that tells you what to buy and when to sell it. You can also put money into a crypto hedge fund and let experts trade it for you. But if you want more information on that, we're going to put up an email address here in a second. I'm not sure what that email is, but we're going to put that up in a sec. Okay. Kevin was right, file. Federal court rules against the EPA in lawsuit over fluoride in the water. This basically says that there is so much fluoride in the water. And remember, fluoride in the water is illegal all over the world because everyone has determined that drinking fluoride is poison. It adversely affects the thyroid. It makes you fat. It makes you depressed. It messes up your hormones. And it causes a whole myriad of health problems. Low metabolism, increased weight, increased depression. Oh, drink some more tap water. Take a shower. Remember, your skin is the largest organ in the body, and whatever you put on it is absorbed into the body. So every time you take a shower in tap water that's coming out, unless you have it filtered, you're absorbing fluoride, and the chlorine turns to gas, so you're virtually in a mini gas chamber, doing nothing good for your health. Then you wonder why everybody's sick. So this was right again. I pointed out that fluoride is bad, proven again. The EPA, the Environmental Protection Agency, is doing nothing to protect the American people. It's protecting the profits of the big companies. This is what I exposed. Corporations and government working together against you. Okay. Kevin was right file. I said it on this show recently. I did something. Nancy Pelosi has a husband. Nancy Pelosi's husband is the world's greatest stock trader. He is an absolute psychic. He has virtually 100% success rate of buying a stock right before it goes up and selling it right before it goes down. He is absolutely a genius, and he says he doesn't get any inside information from his wife, Nancy, who used to be the Speaker of the House of Representatives and is one of the most politically connected people in America. He says, oh no, he doesn't talk to her about anything regarding stocks. He makes his own stock choices. But isn't it amazing that every time he buys a stock, it goes up, and when he sells it, right after he sells it, it crashes. Here's a headline. Nancy Pelosi's husband sold more than $500,000 in Visa stock right ahead of the DOJ action. So here's what happened. So Visa gets attacked and sued by the Department of Justice, and the Visa stock crashes. Right before the Department of Justice files the action, Nancy Pelosi's husband has like a psychic premonition. I feel that I think I should sell my Visa stock. I think it's time. So he sells the Visa stock, and like right after that, all of a sudden the Department of Justice sues Visa and the stock plummets. And you say, hey, did you get any inside information from your wife? I mean, or maybe somebody, a friend of yours at the Department of Justice said, hey, if you got any Visa stock, we're going to be suing them. Either short the stock, or if you got it, sell it. You didn't get any inside info, did you? This is stock trades by the spouse of former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi draw attention again. This time over Visa. It goes on to say how he is the biggest genius on the planet. He is the greatest stock trader in the history of mankind. And he says he does it all on his own. These are just liars. Can't trust anybody in government. That's the point. The point of that is if a person is a politician, unfortunately, they're human, they're controlled, they're manipulated, they're doing what they can for themselves. They're not looking out for you, they're just looking out for themselves. You ever find that email yet? Or you're still searching? There it is. Thank you very much. Oh, so it's on an email.
Yeah, it's just a link.
It's a link. Okay. So if you want to invest money in cryptocurrency and you want information, there's a guy, he's in the Caymans, he'll talk to you on the phone, and he'll give you all the information. They'll set up a private conversation with you. But just go to kevintrudeau.com. What is that, backward slash?
/
That's a forward slash because it goes forward. Okay. So this way, forward. Crypto. And the link is also in the description. You can click on that. It'll take you to a page. You schedule a time, and you can get some more information. You don't have to, that's not choosing you're going to do anything, but if you want more free information, feel free to reach out. Okay. Now this goes into Kevin was right file. Evidence of negative time found in quantum physics experiment. Basically, when you go through Your Wish is Your Command, which is my course on how to manifest goals, dreams, and desires, when you go through the Success Mastery course, especially at the higher levels, when you go through the Science of Personal Mastery course, which is the training that I received in the Brotherhood on how to use your mind to manipulate energy and matter, and when you go through the money processes or relationship processes, I talk about collapsing time. And so how I can go back in time or forward in time because time doesn't really exist. In this, usually I get a lot of head scratches. How can you do that? And I point out in quantum physics, it's true. There's just another experiment that points it out. Evidence of negative time found in quantum physics. And what this means is, it talks about how particles or waves can be in two places at the same time and not move in time. And it's befuddling physicists because they're saying effectively they're seeing matter go back in time. And they can't believe it. And they also see it go forward in time. Negative time would be back in time. So they're seeing time travel right in front of their eyes. And it basically proves that what I've said is absolutely true. And Kevin was right about it. Another one, Kevin was right about it. Stephen Jobs swore the 10-minute rule made him smarter, and modern neuroscience is discovering he was right. It should say, and Kevin Trudeau was right again. This basically says what I have said in Your Wish is Your Command. When you're struggling with making a decision, when you're struggling with anything, the solution is to go outside and go for a walk and look at things far away. It relaxes the brain, just like taking L-theanine or GABA, but better. It synchronizes the right and left brain hemisphere. It releases and secretes positive feeling endorphins and chemicals and hormones in the body. And it gets the brain out of beta and either into gamma or into alpha or even theta, which means you solve the problem. And you reduce stress and you feel better. And it also helps you sleep at night. So this article just goes on to talk about this is something he did. And interestingly enough, it's something that wealthy people throughout the centuries have always done. When they're struggling with a problem, they go for a walk. And they look at things far away, and they're getting the negative ions from the air, especially if they're in an area near the water, where air is going over the water, producing negative ions, or if they're in a forest where the air is going through trees, producing a lot of negative ions. And that stimulates the brain to basically connect with the ether so you can come up with your solutions. Kevin was right about it. And by the way, going for a walk for 10 minutes and looking at things far away is one of the simplest ways to release depression. If you're ever feeling down or get a case of the blues, as my grandmother said. She goes, Kevin, everybody has a case of the blues from time to time. I go, well, what's the solution? She goes, get outside, go for a walk. Huh? True. This goes in the Kevin was right file. Harvard medical student. By the way, what I said back in the book Natural Cures They Don't Want You to Know About was I said eating high cholesterol foods does not increase cholesterol. So you're being lied to. You're being scammed. If you eat foods that are low in cholesterol but high in trans fats, your cholesterol levels will go up. But more important than that, the trans fats will scar the artery and the LDL cholesterol will attach itself and you'll develop arterial sclerosis. I'm going to do a whole show on that because you're being lied to and scammed. And if you're on Lipitor or any of the statins, you're an idiot. I shouldn't say that. I apologize, please. I apologize. Forgive me for calling you an idiot for following the advice of your doctor. Let me change it to, what can I change it to? Can't change it to moron. Can't change it to ignoramus. Can't change it to stupid. Can't change it to uninformed. Ignorant. Ignorant is the correct word. Find the definition of ignorant because I think ignorant is the correct word to describe. The word ignorant, I believe, actually is not a derogatory term in this case. I think it's going to refer to you accurately. I think. But we have our, there we go, ignorant. It says lacking knowledge or awareness in general, uneducated or unsophisticated. Lacking knowledge, information, or awareness about a particular thing. They were ignorant of astronomy. That's what, okay. So if you're taking a statin, you're ignorant, which means you're lacking knowledge about a particular thing. Okay? You're not stupid. You're not an ignoramus. You're not a moron. You're not a simpleton. I apologize if I made you think that, because that's not true. You are simply ignorant. And I am here to make you unignorant. Is that a word? Okay. So now everybody laughed at me and said, no, if you eat cholesterol, your cholesterol is going to go up. I go, no. Harvard medical student eats 720 eggs in a month and then shared his fascinating results. And it says, here's what happened to my cholesterol. It went down. His metabolism skyrocketed. He lost weight. His appetite was like nothing. He had tons of energy, slept better than he had in years. His cholesterol went down. It's unbelievable. And he's like, Mr. Happy. Yeah, this calls Kevin Was Right file. Hi, I'm Kevin Trudeau. This is everything they don't want you to know about to improve the quality of your life. Broadcasting every Monday and Wednesday, 2 days a week now. Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock Chicago time. Make sure you tune in and subscribe to the channel and share these shows with everyone you know.